dealing with high maintenance individuals is something that most leaders will have to deal with at some time. I started out at Channel 4 as controller of arts and entertainment. I was plucked from relative obscurity. I was responsible for kids and daytime programming on ITV, and the then director of programmes, John Willis, said, let's have breakfast, Dawn. And anybody who knows me knows I do not like getting up early in the morning. And the idea of a breakfast meeting is ghastly. I'd much rather stick pins in my eyes. And John said, no, it could be to your advantage, so let's have breakfast together. And I thought, well, I really don't want breakfast. And he said, well, breakfast at the Savoy. And I thought, well, I've never had breakfast at the Savoy. Okay, I'll get a breakfast at the Savoy. And I was walking over the bridge, and then I realised the controller of arts and entertainment from Channel 4 had just got a job as MD of Granada. I thought, oh, bugger, that's what he's going to ask me about, is this job. And it was. And anyway, as it was, we got on extremely well. I was offered the job, and I took it. And there was a degree of outrage. Television, for all of its liberal nature and approach to everything, is actually quite, in some ways, it's quite white collar middle class male. It has changed very tangibly over the last 5 years, but I'm going back over 10 years. And from nowhere, Channel 4, which was this great cultural institution, had appointed somebody who, again, didn't have great experience in arts and entertainment, but had a good track record of being pretty commercial and shaking things up. And I went to meet all of my senior creative people, all of the controllers, and an individual who shall remain nameless came up to me after my first day and said, well, he said, I really don't like you, and actually I really don't want you to be my boss. In fact, I don't think you're very good at all. In fact, I think you're a crock of shit. I said, well, that is very interesting. That is very interesting, and I really appreciate your candour, because I'm going to be equally candid back, which is, I know you are a very, very, very talented commissioning editor, but if the pain of working with you outweighs the gain, or in fact, even if the pain equals the gain, I will have you out of this door so bloody quickly, and don't think I won't, because I will. So, I'm very happy to deal with you as a high maintenance individual, but if that high maintenance is not equalled by over-delivery, you are out on your ear. Now, the interesting thing is, we had a very good relationship from then on, because nobody had taken this individual on in such a candid way to say, okay, that's fine, but I'm the boss, and this is the way it's going to be. And he responded actually rather well for it. Now, the lesson from that is, you can always have individuals, and whenever you put together a group of people, and again, it's a very interesting management challenge, is you're always going to have those people who you feel closer to. There are always going to be some people who are going to be a little bit crotchety, or they're always going to come at things in a slightly different way, or if they can be irritating, they will be. But if you work with a group of people, you've got to embrace those differences. But if somebody becomes out of kilter and becomes really, really destructive within the team, or really negative for no reason other than they can, and they've never been controlled before, you just have to deal with it head on as quickly as possible. Make it very clear what the rules of engagement are, and make it very clear what the consequences are if they're breached. If the gain doesn't outweigh the pain, it's very simple. It's P45 time.